You have a photographic memory?
Man.
I think every entrepreneur has a photographic memory because that's what allows us to see it.
Right.
Like I can, whatever you've ever wanted in your life, clearly that incredible house you just showed me, I bet at a point in your life, you saw yourself owning it. And because we think in pictures, you literally saw yourself owning it.
Well, here's an amazing picture, story I tell every so often, and about that. You got to see it and create it. So first thing I did is I bought this lot up there in Red Rock Country Club. I bought this lot. It was primo lot, overlooking the golf course, overlooking the city.
Yeah.
And then it took me 3 years to put together my diagrams of everything. And so I would go on the weekends, I'd go to open houses. I'd like this bathroom. I'd like this, game room or this. And I probably collected pictures about as high as your books here. And then when it came down to putting the plans together, I just dwindled that all down to maybe, 50 pictures. And then I put all this stuff together. I went to an architect and I sat down with the architect, and he had this big, huge table, and I laid out these pictures and I showed him exactly what to do. He said, I've been an architect 25 years. Nobody has ever came to me and mapped out exactly what they want.
It was probably a treat for him.
Oh, and plus, that's why it costs so much money to build a house, and plans are $100,000, $120,000 or more, because they don't know what they want. They go to an architect, and an architect tries to show you what you want. You got to go there with a vision and a pictures first. And so anyway, that's your whole point of, you got to see it before anybody else sees it.
Yeah. And I think that's one of my gifts is I can, and one of the ways that I try to communicate to people, this is a good nugget for your listeners, is whatever the goal is. So you sit there and you use your imagination to the max. Literally imagine and visualize it, and keep visualizing it in such deep detail that at some point you're going to feel an emotional connection to what you're describing or laying out in your brain. And you'll feel that emotional connection hit when you get a little stimulation in between your chest and your stomach. And at that moment, stop, screenshot the visual that you are painting in your brain, and then go to Google right away and type in, describe that visual. Josh Galindo driving a white Lamborghini with a black carbon fiber spoiler with blacked out wheels and Spider convertible Lambos, which is a Spider. Type it in and then go to images and scroll until you see what represents your vision in real life. Now you've screenshotted it in time. You print that out. You set it on your desk. I guarantee you 100% of the time that'll work.
That's
because
awesome.
Now, it's very difficult to memorize that visual. What you've done is you've captured it in real life. You set it down, and I'm a big believer in putting it. I don't do a lot of this anymore because I kind of have everything I've ever wanted, and I'm better at doing these things. But these are great tips and tools. The goal thing I do still do a lot, but this is what I'm about to describe. This is a great tip and tool for someone getting started. Put your vision board, which I believe in,
Yep.
goals, all those things.
Done them forever.
Yep, and I have mine's out there. Above your bed, in your bathroom, and at your desk. And your subconscious is just seeing it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good understanding on how to create success for almost anybody, because it's not about the tasks. People think, how do I become a house flipper? I'm like, why the hell are you asking me that question? There's about 10,000 books on how to flip houses that are free.
And YouTube.
There's a million YouTube videos on how to flip houses. That's not the problem that they're having. The problem that they're having is they don't have the emotional intelligence, the confidence, the self-esteem to get out there and fail. They're like, I want to perfect it on day one. I'm like, so then to prevent the failure, they go and hire these gurus and write them a check for 25 grand. I'm like, you were better off taking a shot at possibly winning and losing 25 grand and learning all the lessons you could ever learn by losing 25,000.
Yep.
You're better off taking a shot because you might have actually won. Then you save money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's your first problem. People ask me, that's your first problem, is that you need to overcome these emotional challenges that you're having. Has nothing to do with the formula.